Alright guys, in today's video we're doing the most original idea ever, a tier list video. Now I have done these in the past, but I'm going to be doing it a little bit different today. Instead of me just listing off pros and cons, we're going to be ranking all the characters based off of three things. One is going to be combo potential / damage, 2 is ranking them off their specials, and 3 is ranking them off their ultimates. I might add some more stuff in there here and there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just get into it. So first off is Gojo. Now Gojo is a really good character all around. He can be played passively, or aggressively, or passive-aggressive, which makes him all around a good pick. Now, taking a look at Gojo, he probably has one of the best combo potentials in the game. Any of his moves combo into each other. For example, two-fold kick can go into rapid punches. Boom. Pow. And then you can dash and do either lapse blue or reversal red. And then just do one or the other. Just like that. That's a good, like, 55% damage done, just like that, 60. There's also just a bunch of other variations to his combos too. Like, literally anything can combo into anything. At all. It does not matter. Just dash over here, do reversal red, do lapse blue, kick him, then just two-fold kick, boom, just like that. Again, 55-60% damage. Now, Gojo has, like, easily one of the best combo potentials in the game, if not the best combo potential in the game. So his combo potential is going to be an S tier. Now, a lot of people find Gojo's special to be kind of lackluster, but there are some pretty good uses with it. For example, people just like blatantly just do lapse blue and then use his special to kick him midair. But it doesn't just have to be lapse blue that you use it in. For example, you can go up to him with two-fold kick and then use the R move there. As long as they're midair, you can do it. Alright, this dummy, his name is Gilbert. He is going to go off the tower to see if I can hit him when he's not ragdolled. Like this. Yeah, you can. Okay, wow. So as long as they're midair, you can just use your special and it'll hit them no matter what. Another thing a lot of people don't know is that if you turn around right before you're about to teleport, you'll teleport behind them. So you can just easily get a free combo off. I'll show you guys again. Right before the glass shatters, just turn around and you can just start comboing them. Now, originally, I was going to put this as like a B or even a C tier, but after finding out that you could teleport behind them and combo off of them, I'm going to put it at an A tier. Now we're on to this Menace's ult. You have Lapse Blue, which does a ridiculous amount of damage, probably 45%, and it yoinks up anybody in its vicinity, just like that, and it still does the same amount of damage. Reversal Red, you shoot a giant red ball towards him. Wow, he went flying. It does about 30% damage, and then you use the special while doing it. Boom, Black Flash him. Also does pretty good damage. Of course, you have Gojo's Hollow Purple. Just like that, it does about 75% damage.
Now that's a lot of damage.
There's also an air variant to it too, which you could freely aim. I recommend you use that one more. And of course, if you have someone who's low and you use Lapse Blue, it'll linger there for a second. If you use Reversal Red, it creates a giant nuke. Then, of course, we have Infinite Void. Now this little guy, he can't move. He just has to sit here and watch me do whatever. That sounds really bad. I did not mean that in a bad way. But basically, you can just do a bunch of damage to him until the ult ends. But it's easily one of the best domains in the game, because they can't even fight back. Now, honestly, I think Gojo has one of the best ults in the game, and overall just a really good base kit. He's super beginner friendly, super easy to use. Honestly, all of his ult moves are really simple to use, and they do a lot of damage. So, I'm gonna give it an S tier. Now, with the rankings aside, I think Gojo is one of the best characters in the game. He's super beginner-friendly, he's super easy to use, and all of his combos are really good for beginners, and just in general. So, I'm gonna put Gojo at A tier. Alright, now we're even on to the bigger menace, Sukuna. Alright, now Yuji is really played aggressively. All of his kit... What? Wow. Oh my god. Okay, like I was saying, Yuji is played really aggressively. There's not really a good way to play him passively. All of his moves are super aggressive. Now, Yuji has some pretty good combo potential. Usually, all of them start with Crush Strikes because it's a combo extender. And then you can choose to do Divergent Fist or Crushing Blow. It doesn't matter. Either or combo into each other. Another combo would like be running up to him, Divergent Fist, then Crushing Blow, and then jumping away, doing the jump variant of Curse Strikes, because that's unblockable. Another thing, if you go up behind him and Black Flash him like that, you can keep Black Flashing him, which is pretty funny. Now, you can use this to your advantage, creating new combos. His combo potential can be really crazy with this, I won't lie. Like, you can just do this. 1, 2, 3, dash behind him, Black Flash, they'll turn around, dash over, boom, 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 pow. Just overall, His combo potential is really good if you can play really good mind games with people, which leads me to his special. Sukuna can fake out all of his moves, which is really good for playing mind games with people. For example, say if this dude's blocking, you can go up here, fake out, dash behind him, then just start a combo. Like, literally just like that. Another thing you can do is like curse strikes, dash behind them. You can bait out curse strikes, make them unblock, then to start a combo off of them. Basically, the mind games are endless, which makes his combo potential and damage insane. So I'm gonna give it an easy S tier. Now, this menace has a really good ult. For starters, his M1s are close to mid-range. It can get multiple people at once, but you will do less damage. You have Dismantle, which does some pretty good damage, about 15%, but it's mainly used as a combo extender, just like this. You have Open, or Fuga, whatever you want to call it. Does about 35% damage, it's pretty good damage. You of course have Rush, which also does some pretty good damage. About 25%, 20. You have Malevolent Shrine, which is pretty good for pressure. They're basically forced to block, or else they're just gonna take constant damage like that. Like, it's been, I think, 5 seconds and already his health is gone. And he pooted. Now, you can't go up to people when they're blocking in here and use your special and just make them go flying because it's unblockable. Dismantle does have an air variant, which is pretty good. You can aim it freely too, which makes it even better. And of course, you have World Cutting Slash, which does ridiculous amount of damage. It can also break domains, which, you know, that's totally balanced. We did just talk about his special, but I just want to go over it again. If they're blocking, if you just go up to them and press the special button, boom, unblockable, does about 35% damage. But overall, this Menace's ult does a lot of damage. There's a lot of combo potential in it. He can shatter domains. His domain is really good. Okay, I think you guys get the point. It's going to be an easy S tier. With all that being said, I think Sukuna is a pretty easy S tier. Next up is Hakari, and I'll try not to be biased because he is my favorite character. Hakari's combo potential is really good. You can easily get like 60% of their health gone just like this. Like literally. Boom. Easy 60%, just like that. Another thing, you can use reserve balls while they're on the floor, and then the shutter doors, and then you can just continue comboing them like normal. Boom. Just like that, again, 60% of the health is gone. Now overall, his combo potential is really good, and his damage is pretty high, so I'll give it an S tier. Now his special is nothing that special, it's just a parry, a counter. It does counter projectiles. Ow. It does counter normal attack. What? Okay, I was about to say, it does counter normal attacks. It does counter some special attacks, like shutter doors and stuff like that, for example, but not all of them. Y'all can leave the ones in the comments that aren't counterable. Now, normally, I would put his special at A tier, but his special and his ultimate is honestly, like, insane, so I'll leave the rating until we're in the ult. Speaking of which, let's go into this Menace's ult. Now, again, I said this in the last video, look at this and read it so you guys understand how his jackpot works. But basically, you want to use reserve balls or shutter doors in order to progress, just like this. This dummy. Oh, I jackpotted. That's insane. Now, if you jackpot like I just did, you'll have your ult for 1 minute and 40 seconds, which is a pretty long time, especially for how broken it is. But if you don't jackpot first try, then the time will just like progressively get lower and lower. And after your 3rd try of getting it, you'll finally jackpot, but it'll only be for 40 seconds. So you have your ult for 40 seconds, which is not a long time. But before we get into this guy's special, let's see why he's so broken in his ult. Number 1, all of his moves combo into each other. For example, you just do Lucky Volley, dash over, run over to him. They're not escaping this. Dash again, Overwhelming Lock, punch him. Chase after him. Just grab him, yeet him, dash over, run, energy surge. And now he's just pretty much dead. He's at like 99% health. I made him depressed, dude. This is like the 5th time I've made the dummy depressed in all my videos. But the damage is insane and all of his moves combo into each other. Now what makes this character really broken is his special. Every time he dances, he gets faster and he moves further away with all of his moves. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I'll do this 4 times. As you can see, I'm attacking a lot faster, and I'm going a lot faster and further. I missed my hit. That's awkward. Oh my god, he hit the tree. Rip, bro. And he's depressed again. Okay, the most I've ever done in a public lobby is 8. So let's do 8 real quick. Okay, let's see how fast I go. This is ridiculous, dude. I can't even keep up. This is insane. Like, come on. You're not dodging this. You're not running away from it. You just have to accept defeat. On top of doing all your moves faster and moving further, you also get your cooldowns back faster every time you use it. But yeah, Hakari's ult does a lot of damage, there's a lot of combo potential, and his special is just ridiculous. So I give his special an S tier, and I give his ultimate an S tier. And overall, I believe Hakari is an easy S tier. Alright, now we're on to the character that nobody likes, Megumi. Now a lot of people don't like Megumi, mainly because he's known as the spam character. But let's just ignore that for now, and look at his combos. Now, Megumi does really good damage if the opponent isn't blocking. Because if the opponent isn't blocking, all of his moves do a lot of damage. For example, Rapid Escape does really good damage if just they're not blocking, but realistically, they're gonna block it. So you kind of have to apply pressure in order to do combos, and I'll show you what I mean. For example, this person's blocking, they're not gonna be able to move, so you dash behind him and hit him, down slam him and use Toad, keep hitting him some more, use Nue with dog, and then just spam hit him with the dog. Just like that. And that's about 55% damage. That's not bad. Honestly, in my opinion, there's not a lot of Megumi combos, but then again, I could be wrong because I don't play him. So leave some combos in the comments. But overall, his damage is pretty high, but his combo potential is kind of lacking, so I'm gonna give it an A tier. Now, I'm not gonna lie, his special is, it's kind of bad. You kind of just run away. And that's pretty much it. You can, like, store items in it, though. Like, you could just pick up a trash can and go under. And then if you go back under it, and you could grab it and just throw it at people. I mean, that's kind of it. It's nothing really that special, so I'm gonna give it B tier. Okay, but his ult is probably the best thing about him. Something that's unique about Megumi, but also Mahito has it, is that if you press your ultimate key again, you'll just go back to your normal moveset. Now, this makes it really good because, for example, you can use Rapid Escape so they can't move and just drop an elephant on them. Just like that. And that's pretty good damage. You also have Great Serpent, which you pick them up, you bite them a few times, there's some venom going through them, and they'll take damage over time. You have Shadow Swarm, which you're just jumping them. They jumping me! They jumping! You can also fly for some reason with it, I don't know why. And that part is also used to invade domains, but I do not recommend it unless it's a Hakari domain. Because if you just invade into anyone's domain, you're pretty much dead. So please be cautious about using it. Then, of course, you have Maharaga. You do need somebody for the ritual, though. So I'm just going to smack this guy over here a few times. What I recommend you guys do is get up somewhere high, like up here, and then summon him so you can't get hit out of it. Now, Maharaga on his own is just really good and really broken. You have Divine Pummel, which you're just giving him the Goku treatment when Broly was just slamming him on the floor. You have Ground Pinch, which is just picking them up and yeeting them. You can also just pick up a rock and just throw that at them too. You have Earthquake, which is pretty decent. It's okay. It's nothing too crazy. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it has a lot of AoE. You have Takedown, which is just you teleporting to him and gut punching him. It sends him flying. It does some pretty okay damage, but yeah, it's pretty good. Now, if you adapt, it uses defensive state. You'll be parrying a lot of attacks, which is pretty good. You have Adaptation, which just makes it so that you take less damage. Now, realistically, you're not going to be able to spam it like I just did, but I really recommend you use this against people's M1s because minus 70% incoming melee damage permanently is insane, on top of having like 1.5 to 2 times more than normal health. Like, that's just insane. Also, another thing I forgot to mention, you could just deflect hollow purples and fire arrows. So yeah, go crazy with that. If you adapt to the blue one, you have World Slash, which is just World Cutting Slash from Sukuna. It does a little bit less damage, but it also can break domains. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty insane. Another thing I forgot to mention is that you have to attack people in order to keep your ultimate. As you can see, my ult bar is going up because I'm beating people. And that's basically how you have to keep your ult up. So always be constantly applying pressure to people. Now overall, Megumi's ult is really good, and Maharaga just honestly carries it completely, because he's his own character and he's just really fun to play. All of his moves do some pretty decent damage too, so I will be giving his ult an S tier. But as for Megumi himself, I feel like he's kind of lackluster, I'm not gonna lie, at least in my opinion, so I'm gonna give him a B tier. Now we're on to the actual menace, Mahito. Now, Mahito's combo potential is honestly pretty good. So, for example, I'll just run up to this guy, smack him, do stockpile, body repel, bring it back to me, black flash him, and then shoot him. Just like that, it's about 45 to 50% damage. Then you can do something like this. You can go up to him, combo extend with this, stockpile, soul repel, bring him back, and then just shoot him. That is about 55% damage. You can also just do something like this, stockpile, black flash, body repel, bring him back, soul fire. Pretty decent damage, but as you guys can see, he has a lot of combos. Like a lot of combos. And I'm sure there's some better ones too, so also leave them in the comments. But honestly, the damage is pretty decent, and his combo potential is pretty good, so I'm gonna give it an S tier. Now onto his special. His special makes it so that his hands change into swords or giant boulders. For the swords, the forward dash does change. You kind of teleport to them, and then you could just combo normally. But another thing is that he attacks faster, but instead of 4 damage being done, it's 3. So that is the drawback to it. You should really use this if you like applying pressure to people because you attack them a lot faster than normal. Now as for the big big little boulder hands, your forward dash does change. It just turns into an unblockable giant spin attack. You do a lot of damage with these M1s, but you attack super slow. That's the only drawback. The positive is that the 3rd and 4th hit are unblockable, but the first 2 M1s are super slow, so just be cautious. But yeah, his special is really good. It allows for more playstyles, and overall just more fun. So I give his specials an S tier. Alright, now we're on to his ult. Alright, so first off, his idle transfiguration. It says use twice at the bottom, right? You're going to use it again right before you hit him. And now you'll notice, there's a little white bar at the bottom. That's because this character has a second ult. You just have to land it again, and then now you can just use your second ult. But before we get into that, let's look at the rest of his moves. You have Drill Splitter, which should just go up, kick him in the face, and then drill him. Pause! That's the second time I said that. Oh my god. Okay, now we're on to Force Grab. You pick them up, and they're just in your hand. They're like, how you doing? Hello. And now you can just slam them. Just like this. Now, what the enemy is going to be seeing is spam space or just press jump in order to escape this, because they can escape it, obviously. If you could just hold them forever, that'd be broken. Whoa! What was that? Okay, that was weird. But yeah, you just basically slam them a few times, and then you can press your special ability to throw them. And then, of course, you have Embodiment of Self-Perfection. You see that little pink bar? I kind of already drained it a little bit. But once that reaches 0, they explode. And all you need to do is be near them. But, basically, there is no limit to this. You can kill anyone you want. You just walk up to them, they die. Wait for the bar to go down, they poop. Like, literally, this is insane. The only real counter to this is running away. But then again, domains are pretty small, so good luck with that. Alright, now we're on to his second ult. First off, he has a really cool blocking pose. It's like the Frieza pose. It looks pretty funny. Now, the only thing that is kind of sucky about this is that you can't use any of his special moves. Like, what I mean by this is just a special. You can't, like, whip out the sword arms or anything. But that's countered with his forward dash, which does insane damage and a huge AoE damage. Okay, but his first move, Wild Spread Strikes, is a really good move. You just have to land it in the middle. Yeah, the move is, like, really good for no reason. 50% health gone just like that. Then you have Face Blitz, which is pretty funny, because you're just dunking on him. Another funny thing you could do is you could just reenact the Goku and Broly. You can just drag him across the wall like this. It's really funny, dude. And then, of course, Widespread Strikes has a finisher. But yeah, his forward dash is really good. Great for combo extending, and on top of that, it just combos into Face Blitz. Like, look at this. And then maybe even into this, if you can land it properly. I couldn't. Where did he go? Oh, he just teleported. Okay. But yeah, overall, Mahito's ultimate is probably the best ultimate in the game. It has really good combo potential and really good damage. He could use his specials in his ult for even more pressure. And he just has a second ultimate, which just does a lot of damage. So overall, his ultimate is an S tier. Alright guys, I don't know if some of y'all saw this coming or not, but Mahito is probably easily the best character in the game. Alright guys, I did just make some final changes to the tier list. I feel like the great thing about Shenanigans is that all the characters are relatively balanced. For example, Megumi applies pressure to people. He's the best character to apply pressure to people. Maybe right next to Sukuna. He's amazing at it. If you put this in the right person's hands, he could easily be the best character in the game. Just like that. Boom. Okay, maybe Mahito not being here, but you know what I mean. He could easily be the best character. Gojo is all around a great pick. He can be played passively or aggressively or just passive-aggressive. He has amazing combo potential and really good damage, and his ultimate is just really good. Hakari is also good at applying a little bit of pressure. He has really good combo potential and really good damage, and his ultimate is just fun to use. You can fly around the map at Mach 8 like A-Train. It's amazing. The only trade-off with him is that you have to obviously jackpot. So he's kind of a lucky. He's kind of a hit or miss sometimes. I won't lie. You got to be lucky. But that's why we always gamble. We always gamble, kids. I didn't say that. Yuji / Sukuna, whatever you want to call him, is amazing at aggression. He will always apply pressure to you. He will always be aggressive. You can play him passively, but he succeeds at aggression. You can play amazing mind games with people. You can always fake him out. You can do infinite black flashes. His combo potential is insane. He's overall really good. He could easily be flopped around for the best character in the game. It honestly doesn't matter. The reason why I have Mahito at the best character in the game is because his specials are amazing. They allow for more diverse play. You can either play it passively or aggressively. He has some pretty good combo potential, I won't lie. His combo potential is just overall really good. His ultimate is amazing. You also just have the chance of one-tapping someone with the idol transfiguration, which is just crazy. The only thing that really sucks is the head splitter move where you turn into the baby. I miss that move a lot, I won't lie. I miss it a lot. But yeah, his domain is also just insane. It's just ridiculously broken. And then on top of that, he has a second ult. One of the moves do 50% damage, and then you're dunking on people? Like, come on. This is the best character in the game. But yeah, of course, this is all based around my opinion. And like I said, a lot of these characters can be flopped around pretty easily. Anyone can go anywhere, honestly. But yeah, leave your guys' thoughts in the comments. I'd like to see who you'd flip around, etc, etc. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching the video. But we hit 25k. Like, I'm not even joking. At the time of this recording, we hit 26k. New achievement, 25,000 subscribers. We're at 2,600, bro. Like, what? That makes me so happy. And look at this. 10 million views all time. But yeah, I appreciate you guys very much. The support on the last two videos, it makes me super happy. We hit 25k. I appreciate you guys very much. I will be doing something for 25k. I just gotta think of it. I'm kind of like slow, so I gotta figure out something. But next week I will be launching a Cave Dweller mod for Minecraft Java Edition. A full public server. It'll be open 24/7 in my Discord server, so you guys should join up. Overall, it'll be a pretty fun time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.